Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Topic 5, Lesson 3, Medians and Altitudes. Our main objective is to find the points of concurrency for the medians of a triangle and the altitudes of a triangle. Let's see what is a median. A median of a triangle is a segment that has the end point at the vertex and the midpoints of the side opposite to the vertex. So the main thing is the line that will be connecting any point with the opposite midpoint. So you can see here that this is the midpoint of BC. If I join this midpoint with the opposite vertex, then this line segment AD is called the median. Similarly, if I show you with a different color, this is the midpoint of AC, and if I join this this midpoint and the opposite vertex together, then this segment is called the median. Similar is case for the third one. This is the midpoint. If you join it with C, it will give you a median. And as you can see, all the medians, they are meeting at a point. So this special point, this point of concurrency of the medians of the triangle is called centroid. Okay, now there is a special rule for this centroid, or you can say there is a special theorem for this centroid. We will discuss it later on. Let's see now what is an altitude. An altitude of a triangle is a perpendicular segment from a vertex of a triangle to the line containing the side opposite the vertex. Okay, what does it mean? It means like if you have a vertex of a triangle and you find, you can say the height of the triangle, or if you drop a perpendicular from this point on the opposite side, this line is called the altitude. Clear? This segment, this perpendicular segment is called the altitude. Okay, how will you know that this is the perpendicular, this is perpendicular from this point to this line? Because you will find this symbol over, you will find this symbol over there, right? Now if you look at the other vertex, the second vertex, from here, this is the perpendicular dropped on the opposite side, and you can see here the right angle symbol. That means it's making a right angle with this side, so it is the second altitude, and this one is the third one. Now where all the three altitudes they meet, that point is called orthocenter, is the point of concurrency of the lines containing the altitudes of the triangle. Now let's discuss the theorems. The first theorem, it is theorem 5.7. It says concurrency of medians. The medians of a triangle are concurrent at a point that is 2/3 of the distance from each vertex to the midpoint of the opposite side. It means that, for example, if you look at, this is the median AD. Okay, if I want to find how long is AG from A to G only, let me show you what I'm talking about. From A to G, how much is this distance? So this distance will be actually 2/3 of the total line. 2/3 of the total line. So that, in simple words, you can say this line is divided into 3 equal parts. This is the first part from G to D, and these are the 2 parts. Let's say from E to any letter M, and then M to G. The first 2 parts from A to G is 2/3, and this is the second part, G to D, is 1/3. Right? So as you are saying AG is 2/3 of AD, similarly you can say GD is 1/3 of AD. Clear? When I will give you the example with the help of the numbers, it will become more clear for you. Similarly, if you look at the second, this one, CF. So this is the total line CF. If you want to find only CG, it will be 2/3 of CF. Now look at the third line, this one. Okay, so if you want to find BG from the vertex to the centroid, how long is this distance? So this will be 2/3 of the total line BE. Clear? Okay, let's solve some examples now related to this theorem. They said find AD, each length. Okay, the easiest way is, because I know from A to E is 21. This is 21. Now this is 2/3. 1/3 will be half of 21. So what it will be? It will be 10.5. What is the half of 21? It's 10.5. So if I want to find that how long is this median AD, so I can add 21 with 10.5 and it will become 31.5. But if I want to use this formula, the one that is mentioned here, so it will be a little bit long. That means we can write that AE equals 2/3 of the total AD. Okay, how much is the value of AE? It's 21. So replace AE by 21 equals 2/3 AD, because we are trying to find AD. So I'll keep this AD over here and I will move this fraction to the other side. So whenever we move the fraction to the other side, it gets flipped, so it will become 3/2 equals AD. And now you can multiply it, simplify it, so the value of AD will become 31.5, the same as we did here without this formula. Clear? Okay, now look at the second example. It says if you have DE, now this is the total. Let me show you, wait. This is the median from A to D. This is the median that we are trying to find, like how long is this median. So actually we are trying to find AD is how much. Now which part is given? It's, as I told you, it has been cut into 1/3 on this side. This is 1/3 where my pen is moving right now, and this one is 2/3. This one is 2/3. So if this is 12, that means this part will be double of the 12. So this part will become 24, right? So to find AD, what will you do? You will add 24 with 12 and your answer will become 36. Clear? Now what is the other way? This is the easiest way to do it. Like remember, the smaller part of the median is 1/3. The longer part of the median is 2/3. This centroid, it cuts them into two parts. This is 2/3. This is 1/3. So if you want to find the longer part, make this one double. It will give you the longer part. But if you are trying to find the shorter part of the median, then make half of this part. It will give you the shorter part of the median. Clear? Okay. If you want to go with the longer part, then you have to write the formula that AE equals, and now it's because 1/3 is given, so we can write over here, wait, let me, okay, so we can say DE because now 1/3 is given, so DE equals 1/3 of AD. What is DE given? It's 12, so 12 equals 1/3 AD. If I want to find AD, I'll keep it over here and I move this to the other side, so it will become 12 times 3/1 because the fraction will be flipped on the other side. So finally we will get AD equals 36. So the method that is easy for you, you can solve the problems with using that method. Okay, this is theorem number 5.8. It says concurrency of altitudes. The line that contains the altitudes, the lines that contain the altitudes of a triangle are concurrent. Already I explained you that when you draw the altitudes, all the altitudes, they meet at a point, and they are concurrent at a point, and this point X is called the orthocenter. Now what is the speciality of this orthocenter? It depends on the shape of the triangle. For example, if you have an acute triangle, like the examples that I was giving you, for example, this one, it's an acute triangle, right? Now, and let me show you here, this one, wait, okay, here, look at this one. These are two acute triangles. So what will happen if you have an acute triangle and you are trying to draw the altitudes? All the altitudes, they will be concurrent at a point called orthocenter, and this orthocenter will lie inside the triangle. Okay, if you have an obtuse triangle, now you can see that this angle is more than 90 degrees, so that's why this triangle, both these are examples of the obtuse triangles. And where the altitudes are meeting, these brown lines are showing the altitudes. So all the altitudes are meeting outside the triangle, so we can say the orthocenter will lie outside the triangle. In case of a right angle triangle, we say that the orthocenter will lie on the triangle. Actually, it lies on the where you have the right angle in the vertex, or you can say on the vertex that has the right angle. the orthocenter, it lies over there. So sometimes they give us the multiple choice questions and they ask us that where the orthocenter will lie, and they give us different types of triangles and we have to decide. Clear? Okay, let's solve this question. Okay, it says find the length of each of the triangle's medians. So where are the medians? Let's first decide that where are the medians. So this is the first one, this is the first one, the one that I'm drawing with the green color. So they want us to know that how long is this AF. The second one, I'll draw it with the pink, so CE is the second median, and then I'll draw it with the blue, so this BD is the third median. Okay, they want us to know how long is each median. So if you go for the green, it's AF. Okay, I will go with the easy way. Now look at this, how much is this one? This part of the median is 9, so how much will be the other part? Decide it in your mind. This is 9, so this part will be double of it, so it will be 18. So we can say AF will be 18 plus 9 and the answer will become 27. Now look at the pink one. So let's do it with the pink color. So it's ECE. Okay, they want us to find how much is CE. So CE will be, now they have given us this smaller part, it's 18. So what will be the remaining longer part? Sorry, it's 8. So what will be the other part? It will be 16, double of it. So we can say is 8 plus 16. So the final answer will become 24. So this one will be 24. What do we have next? We have the third one. Okay, let's do it with the blue color. It's BD. So to find the length of BD, now look at this. They have given us this part where my pen is moving right now. It's 24. And this is the longer part of the median, so the smaller part will be half of it, so that's why this one will be 12. So we can say 12 plus 24, so the final answer will become 36. Is that clear? Okay, let's solve now some questions from the lesson. This is question number 16. They said find KL. KL is a median, so they want us to know that how long or what is the length of this median KL. Better pause the video here, solve it on your own, and then play the video to check your answer. Here is the answer for question number 16. So how we will find the value of KL? This is 15. 2/3 is 15. So what will be 1/3? It will be half of 15. That means it will be 7.5. And then simply you will add both of them. Clear? Okay. Now here they said state whether the orthocenter of each triangle is inside the triangle, outside the triangle, or on the triangle. Explain your reasoning. So better pause the video here, because already I explained you here where the orthocenter will lie for any of the triangles. So simply you have to decide where will be the orthocenter. So better pause the video, solve it on your own, and then play the video to check your answers. Here is the answer for question number 18. So here the triangle is right angle triangle. The orthocenter will lie on the triangle. On the triangle means it will be lying, if I specify it, it will be lying on the vertex where you have the right angle. This triangle is an acute triangle, so orthocenter will be somewhere inside the triangle. Same is the case for B. And now for the D part, as you can see here, I have mentioned that these two are acute angles and this is an obtuse angle. It's more than 90 degrees. In this case, the orthocenter will lie outside the triangle. Clear? Question number 23, it says identify the segments and point in triangle ABC. Okay, how will you differentiate between different, because we learned about angle bisectors, we learned about perpendicular bisectors, medians, altitudes. Now if all of them, or let's say some of them, are drawn for the same triangle, how I will differentiate between these four? Now I will explain you one by one. For example, first of all, they are talking about AD. Where is AD? When I look at the line segment AD, this one, okay, it starts from a vertex and it's going to the opposite midpoint. How I will know it's going to the midpoint? Because I can see only these two symbols. That means CB has been cut into two equal parts and this D is the midpoint.
it's not making any right angle. So the only symbol is the you can say these are the only symbols that are showing that the opposite side has been cut in two halves and giving us a midpoint, and the midpoint is joined with the opposite vertex. So AD is what? It is a median, right? So this is like, I have many you can say parts of the, not parts of the triangle, you can say many things are drawn in the same triangle. How I'm going to differentiate them. Now the next they are talking about is BE. So let's see, where is BE? So here we have BE. This one is BE, right? So one of the vertex B is joined with the line segment is taking me to the opposite side CA. Is this the point midpoint? No, this is not the midpoint. As clearly we can see, we do not have the symbols here that are showing that this line has been cut into two equal parts, but it has a symbol of right angle with it, right? Right angle with it. So it means that this is the altitude. Why it is the altitude? Because from a point, if you draw up a right angle on the opposite side, it becomes an altitude. So this symbol, the only symbol with the right angle, is the altitude. Okay, so you can write over here, this is altitude. Okay, now the third one, they are saying the point X. What is the point X called? I'll erase everything from here now to show you what is point X. Now look at this here. This is the median. This CF is one of the median, and this AD is the second median. How I know that these are the medians? Because I can see here I have this symbol, that means this is D is the midpoint, it's taken to A. I have these symbols, that means F is the midpoint and it is taken to the opposite vertex C. So these are the two medians, and both the medians are meeting at point X. So X is called what? I told you in the beginning of the video that where the medians they meet, that point is called centroid. Clear? The point is called centroid. Now here we have some challenge questions. The first one, it says which of the following statements are true for the triangle ABC. So you can see from the options, they are talking about the altitudes, they are talking about the medians, and here they again are talking about the medians, and then medians and altitudes. So it means you have, your concept has to be very clear. By looking at the diagram, you should decide, is it a median, is it an altitude, is it a perpendicular bisector, or it is the angle bisector, right? In the second question, they are talking about in the triangle JKL, what are PK and RJ? What are PK and RJ means they want to know the measurements of these. So better pause the video here, solve both these questions on your own, and then play the video to check your answers. So here are the correct options. The first one, they are saying AH is the altitude. Altitude. So look at this AH. Which symbol does it have? This AH it has this right angle symbol only. That means this is the altitude. Okay, then in the second part, B part, they were saying IH. So where is IH? Let's see, where is IH? So IH is this one. So it's nothing. Because okay, this is the midpoint, but is the midpoint joined to the opposite vertex? If this I will be joined to B, then it will become a median. But right now it's not joined with that one. That means we do not have any name for it. Okay, the next one, they are saying JC is a median. So let's check JC, is it a median? So this point is J, and it is the midpoint. Why? How I know that this is the midpoint? Because on the sides I can see they put these symbols. That means this is the midpoint, and the midpoint is joined to the opposite vertex. So yes, it's correct. JC is the median. Then they are saying the medians and the altitudes intersect at the same point. No, the medians intersect at the same point. The altitudes have their own point of concurrency, but they do not intersect at the same point together. They do not intersect at the same point. Then in question number 2, they are saying what is the length of PK. Now where is PK? This line is PK, right? So as you can see here, this is the median. How will you know it's the median? Because of these symbols, right? These symbols are saying this is the midpoint, it is joined to K. So if this smaller part is 5, how much will be the other part? It will be double of it. It will be 10. So we can say that pk will be 10. Now we have pk will be 15, right? Pk will be 10 plus 5, 15. Okay, I have only this option, pk is 15, right? But also they ask us to find how much is rj. Where is rj? Let's check. Now this one is rj. Again, this is the median. How? Because of these symbols, I know this will be the midpoint joined to the opposite vertex. So this line segment, the smaller one is 3, and the 2/3 of the median will be here. It will be 6. So 6 plus 3 will become 9. So rj is 9. I hope it's clear for you. Next, another challenge question. They are saying JC said point V is the circumcenter of this triangle QRS. What error did JC likely make? What is point V actually called? So you have been given 4 options here. Better pause the video here, read each option carefully and decide which option is the correct one. Here is the correct option. JC confused the altitudes and the perpendicular bisectors. Point V is the orthocenter. Okay, remember, if you are talking about the altitudes, then there will be only this symbol of the right angle. But if you are talking about the perpendicular bisectors, that gives us the circumcenter. The point has to be exactly in the middle. It will have this symbol with it, and it will also have the right angle symbol with it, right? So right now these are not the midpoints, that's why it cannot be the circumcenter. It is the orthocenter. Now this is the best example you can say to understand altitudes, angle bisectors, perpendicular bisectors, and the medians. Better pause the video here. They said which diagram shows a point P and equal distance from point A, B, and C. So better pause the video here and decide which will be the correct option. A is the correct option. Why? Because when you find the angle bisectors here in part B, you can see here 1 and 1, here double and double, here triple and triple. That means these are showing the angle bisectors. Angle bisector of C, and here the angle bisector. So where the angle bisectors meet, this point is called the incenter, and we can draw with the help of this point a circle that lies inside the triangle, and it will touch all the sides. It will not touch A, B, and C, the vertices of the triangle. Okay, now if you look at this one here, clearly we can see that they have drawn the altitudes, right? The altitudes, they just give us the orthocenter. It will not necessarily touch all the vertices A, B, and C. Same is the case here. These are the medians. How I know that these are the medians? Because they put these symbols over here. That means we are getting midpoints on the 3 sides, and each midpoint is joined to the opposite vertex. And medians, it does not give us a circumcircle. When we say that it should be equidistant from the point A, B, and C, that means it has to be somewhere in the triangle, somewhere inside the triangle, that if you put your compass here and you draw a circle, it will pass through all the vertices, right? And this is called the circumcircle, and this point is called the circumcenter. And how we can get this circumcenter? When we have the perpendicular bisectors. Now how I know that these are the perpendicular bisectors, these are not the medians, these are not the altitudes? Because look at this, clearly you can see altitude has just this symbol of the right angle. Medians have just the symbols of to show that these sides are cut into halves to give the midpoints. But here perpendicular bisectors, they have both the signs. It will have a right angle with it, and it will have the halves symbols with it. Clear? So these are actually the perpendicular bisectors, and perpendicular bisectors, they give us what? They give us the this point. With the help of this point, you can draw a circle that will be, this point will be equidistant from A, B, and C, and you can draw a circumcircle here. Clear? Okay, so here we have another question. It says in triangle ACEG is the centroid. So centroid comes from the medians. Clear? So whenever they say G is the centroid, or any point is the centroid, that means they are talking about the medians. So they said BE is 9. This line is 9. How much is BG and how much is GE? So they want to know how much is this one and how much is this one. So as I told you, whenever you have a median, this centroid, it divides the median into 1/3 and 2/3. So to get the 1/3, divide 9 by 3. So it will give us 3. That means that this measurement will be 3. So the double of this one is 6. So total 9 is 9. 3 will be here, 6 will be here. So which option is the correct option? This option has the correct answer. B to G is 3 and G to E is 6. Clear? Last challenge question. Now better pause the video here, try to solve this challenge question on your own, and then play the video to check your answer. Here is the correct option. They were talking about the median, so for sure we have to look for where is the midpoint. So the midpoint is here, and this midpoint is joined to the opposite vertex B, so that's why BD is the median. That's all for this video. Hope you understand the idea.